Hey everybody, welcome back to Alice Madness Returns with me, Ben Davis, and my hedgehog, creatively named Pokey, eating in the background, because it's his breakfast time, and he wants to eat. I'm going to start tonight off with a promise. I solemnly swear, now, I solemnly swear to never do another hour-long episode. I can't promise against a half-an-hour episode, but I will start using a timer from here on out, and you're not going to have to sit through any more of those hour-long episodes. So I promise. I will use my timer. If you hear it go off, it's because I haven't figured out exactly how to use my timer. I'm a little bit burpy because I'm drinking an adult beverage tonight. That adult beverage being whiskey and vanilla Coke Zero. It's a really great combination. Alright, time to answer another quiz question.
There's no time to waste. There's no time at all.
Can you survive the passage of time? It's not much of a quiz. Oh, maybe I can't because I'm forgetting all the controls. Come on. Oh, come on. Alright, gotta pay attention. I don't know what will happen if I fail. Which is looking increasingly possible. Come on. Okay, so I failed. So let's see if there's a way I can do this again, or if that was like a perma-fail, and I'm gonna have to come back on easy mode to complete it. Because that was freaking hard! Going in rough like that, not having played for a while, and I don't know how many of these power-ups are collected. I don't have full health, which is not much of an excuse, I know. But it's one of those things where it's like, man, that was brutal. Of all the enemies in this game, I do have to say the Madcaps are definitely the hardest. They are just... their timing is so tough to figure out. So let's see if I can do that again, or if they've locked the door on me. Okay, here we go. Come on. Okay, I can do it again. Better have my timer at the ready, because for all I know, this entire episode could just be me attempting this. Okay. Be aggressive. Come to them. I forgot about that guy. Let's see if I can get them focused. Okay. Seems like if you can get them paying attention to those guys, then you can do a lot better on this challenge. Let's see. Come on, suckers! Oh! All I had to do was survive!
Come, Alice, don't. You've already missed the train.
And I thought what they wanted me to do was defeat the enemies in a time limit. I didn't know that there was a survival time. I am okay with that, 100%. Definitely not complaining. Alright, onwards and upwards. Let's see if we can meet the Carpenter in this stage, and let's see if there's an actual boss fight. or if they're going to continue to do this garbage of showing you an awesome enemy and then saying, nope, he's actually dead. That's pretty easy, huh? Okay, any clues? Flowers that away. Carpenter that away. Which tells me that there's something over here. And let's go see it. Hopefully I can get back up. Whoa! Oh, it's that guy again. I momentarily forgotten everything I had done last night. Oh. So let me tell you guys a trip. Like, one of the weirdest things that has ever happened to me, ever. How do you hurt that guy? So, we had a daughter, right before the new year. And this daughter, obviously she's nursing and doing all that fun stuff. And my wife wakes up in the middle of the night in order to feed her, you know, as you do with a nursing child. But she's also extremely supportive. And so she has started listening to this playthrough, which I am hugely grateful for. Let's listen to this.
Most theatricals and gaffs are unsuitable for young persons. Punch and Judy dust-ups are no more than vulgar domestic arguments.
Interesting. She's not wrong. Anyway, so last night my wife is doing her thing, feeding the child, and she usually will listen to a show on her tablet. You know, she'll watch something on Netflix or do something to, you know, stay awake while she's feeding the child. And while I'm asleep at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I start hearing myself talking, like having a lucid conversation. And I start thinking, am I talking in my sleep? Is this an issue of me, you know, trying to have a conversation and she's just over here, like, humoring me? And then I realize that the voice is not coming from me. It's coming from nearby, but it's not me. So I'm like, oh, great. Another thing to fight. So I'm sitting here, like, thinking, you know, what's happening? Maybe there's someone in here who sounds like me, and they're talking to my wife. So I'm really freaking out here, trying to figure out what on earth could be doing this. Eventually I'm thinking, like, oh my god, I'm dead. This is what has happened, because you shouldn't be hearing your own voice when you're sleeping. And finally, like an idiot, it dawned on me that she had been listening to her husband's video like a good supporting wife. I am not going insane, but I do have to say, if you ever get the opportunity to listen to yourself speak, take it, because it is a trip. I would say what you should do is set your alarm to a voice recording, something maybe that you've read, and then set that as your alarm, and when you wake up, you'll hear yourself talking to yourself, and you're just going to be like, what is happening? I told a coworker about it, and he got stressed out for me. He was like, I could never do that. That would be too difficult. But I gotta say, it's a trip. You just gotta kind of do it. Okay. So enough of that story. I'm sure it was really entertaining for you to hear about me waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and listening to a video of myself. I know how much people enjoy that. Decisions. Okay, Okay, I'm gonna go this way. Let's see. There's a platform over there. Let's see if I can hit it. Keep your eye on the prize. Oh, I missed it. I had a feeling I should have double jumped, but I was just kind of like, I got this. So let's see, let's try this again. Okay. Oh, that one's definitely in. And apparently that was it. I don't see any other platforms. Are there pigs around? Again, I can't hear anything because I'm playing this practically on mute, so I have to go by sight alone. I'm just not seeing any pig noses. But this seems like you wouldn't just put something here like this without a reason for your player to go there. Speaking of work, my coworkers and I were discussing how various games do saving systems and checkpoint systems, and it got us, it got me in particular wondering how this game does it. If you've noticed, that little stopwatch that appears is really the only time that you actually save. Everything else, come on! Is not saving. You are, if you die, you go back to a checkpoint, but that's not where you would pick up if you were to turn off the game and start again. You would pick up where it had last saved. And so we were contemplating this because one of the things for getting your game accepted by a publisher, that's pretty neat, is making sure that the player knows when you're saving, because you don't want a player to blow up their internal hard drive because they were, they didn't know the game was saving and they decided to turn off. So this game obviously only saves at the stopwatches. But if you die in a battle, you don't have to go all the way back to that stopwatch checkpoint. So what I'm thinking, and my friends agree with me, is that what they probably did was save in RAM. So essentially making it so there's a short-term memory space dedicated to every room in the game. And the player, if they fail a jumping puzzle, if they die in a battle, they are not taken all the way back to their checkpoint. I just talked over that guy and I have no idea what he was talking about. But he's my least favorite voice actor, so I'll live with it. And if they... So if they die or fail, they go back to that temporary checkpoint, but they also have this opportunity to return to... it is so hard to think and talk at the same time. Okay, start over. Saves in RAM, because if they die, they need to go back, not all the way back to the checkpoint, but back to where they had died. But if they turn off the game, they don't get to start over at that battle. They start over where they left off. Oh, you jerk. Hate you and your mother. Okay, how do I get up there? Not that way. Does that make sense? So, you're not making a permanent save when you die. You are making a temporary save. That temporary save, is solely to give you a chance to try that fight again, try whatever you had failed at a second time. There's got to be a way to hurt that guy. Whereas a hard save, if you were to turn off the console at that time, you run the chance, or you have the risk of corrupting your save data. So it's a very interesting way to get around that technicality. I think it's brilliant. I love it. I would like to see more games do that. I'd also like to see where this damn target is. That was what the clue said. That I had to shoot a target, like I saw at the Hatter's domain, and that would give me access to there. So, is the target somewhere else? Go up here where I'm relatively safe. I mean, am I smoking crack? Like, what am I missing? Is that the target? Oh, of course, and that guy gets in the way. I don't think it is. Why can't I kill you? Yeah, that's going to be extremely frustrating all the way through this game, dealing with these guys that refuse to die. Oh my god. Ow! Ow! And he's still attacking me. It's just so unfair. I'm gonna die. It's inevitable. Yeah, that's so cheap. Okay. Yes, I would like to continue, and let's see where it leaves me. Is it going to put me back where the stopwatch was, or is it going to put me back in this room? Okay, so everything I told you was a lie. It brought me back to the stopwatch, so ignore that whole saving in RAM thing that I just talked about. Okay, we're going to give this one more good college try, and then we're going to call it an episode and probably try again, because I'm sure that sounds fun to you guys. Right. I've already seen it. Do I have to look at it again? I haven't looked at the trophies, so I don't know. Like, I've seen a few of them, but I was just like, okay, I'll do all of these in a second playthrough. But now I'm starting to think, like, am I missing things? Like, besides the collectibles, were there other conditions to these trophies? Like, shoot these guys in this level, score this many points in that submarine minigame. Yeah, various things that I'm going to have to look back on when I come back to this game on another playthrough. Okay. Alright, well, at least I get a chance to listen to whatever bad voice actor says.
Epidermis was singed to the third layer, and the rest of her skin was as brittle as carp scales.
So that's a description of a burn. In case any of you were wondering, Alice was burned. That's kind of the whole thing about her being institutionalized and her family dying in a fire. I know it's a shocker, but that's the way it is. Okay, let's see if there's a way to kill this guy. There he goes. I didn't break his defenses. Where... I just don't know what to do. I mean, if there were any way to know if I'm doing damage to enemies. That would be hot. Where'd he go? I'm gonna try getting really... Okay. Let's see where he goes to now. Right there. Oh, I hate you so much. Yeah. I mean, it's really an issue of feeling like this is so cheap. Okay. If I can run away from his bombs, I'm going to quickly try to get up here where I was. Ah! Ah! Okay. No! Okay, let's call it an episode. I'm gonna get my pouty face on. Make sure I'm in a safe spot. Doesn't seem like he can hit me, so I have no idea what that guy's name is or how to kill him. But he's definitely doing a good job on me. I will be back again tomorrow for more Alice Madness Returns. Guys, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share this with your friends if you want, to help me out. And feel free to leave comments, because I am going to be coming back for another playthrough on my own. So, once again, thanks for watching.